It's time to dust off your bolters and pull out your chainswords. Today we're talking about loyalist Space Marine chapters that told the Inquisition to shove it. We'll start with the loyalist descendants of Rogal Dorn, the Celestial Lines. Founded around the 38th millennium, famous for their gold armor and blue helmets, and even more famous for standing up to the Inquisition. The turning point was the Cutter insurrection in M41. 5 companies joined Inquisitor Apollyon to crush the uprising. Cutter's imperial cult was long since corrupted by chaos. The Lions crushed the rebellion after 3 months of brutal fighting. Then, boom, Apollyon orders a full-scale exterminatus. The planet is purged from orbit right after the victory. That's the Inquisition, guys. Sometimes finishing the job means nuking the guest list. The Lions were furious. They began collecting evidence of rogue Inquisitors' crimes, planning to deliver it straight to Terra. But the ship carrying senior officers never arrived. It was destroyed in unfortunate circumstances, and later their apothecaries were picked off by sniper fire, likely Vindicator work, and reinforcement transports blew up mysteriously. After that, on Armageddon, they were fed bad intel until 4 entire companies were wiped out. In the end, only a few dozen Battle Brothers survived. Even their chief apothecary took a sniper round to the head. The Inquisition basically fed the Celestial Lines to the meat grinder. Next, the Flesh Terrors, led by the legendary Gabriel Seth. This chapter never tolerated Inquisitors poking around their business, especially when they were accused of being excessively brutal. Inquisitor Corvin Herald arrived with accusations, and Seth decided to throw him a party. The Inquisitor stumbled onto a battle brother in the grip of black rage. What happened next? Well, Seth's librarians cut down his men and mind-linked him to the raging marine. Oh, he got the full Sanguineous curse experience. Pain, madness, torment. He ran off the ship, thanking the Emperor. Later, his apprentice, Inquisitor Nerissa Lecus, tried to revenge and got the chainsaw hog treatment. Needless to say, it didn't end well. Now the Soul Drinkers, another chapter from the line of the Imperial Fists. They started loyal, but when Mechanicus, Archmages, betrayed them by stealing an artifact known as the Soul Spear, the Soul Drinkers declared war on their so-called allies. When the librarian Sarpedon rose to lead them, he mutated into a half-spider horror as the chapter fell into civil war. Even despite mutations and leadership chaos, the Soul Drinkers stayed loyal to the Emperor. They just hated the Inquisition and imperial politics. They fought for the Imperium more than once, even killing the Demon Prince Abraxas during his attack on the Imperial Fist's fortress, the Phalanx. Most of the chapter died there, but the Fists honored them by carving their names into the stone columns of the fortress. And now the Dark Angels. During the Horus Heresy, the chapter split, some loyal, some traitor. Since then, they've chased the Fallen. These are Dark Angel traitors, trying to erase their shame. The Inquisition stayed curious, maybe too curious. Every time an Inquisitor dug too deep, people vanished and ships got lost. The Dark Angels didn't even blink. Sorry, we couldn't find them. Whispers tell of an inquisitor who captured a fallen and tried to bring proof to Terra. And then, guess what happened? His ship vanished. The Dark Angels just happened to be in the area and reported no sign of him. Total coincidence, I'm sure. The point is, the Dark Angels aren't chaos or heretics. They're paranoid, willing to stonewall even the Inquisition to cover their shame. Finally, the Space Wolves and their legendary grudge against the Inquisition. It started after the First War for Armageddon. The Wolves and the Grey Knights banished Angron and his World-Eater's demon horde. It was a brutal fight, and the Wolves thought they'd earned a celebration. But the Order Malleus had other plans. To keep a demon Primarch's return quiet, they ordered the entire human population of Armageddon sterilized and shipped to labor camps. That was a genocide. You can imagine that Logan Grimner, Great Wolf of Fenris, was not amused. The wolves saved who they could, even shielding transports with their own ships. That sparked a shooting war with the Inquisition. Things escalated until Grimnar personally boarded the Inquisition flagship, Quarrel's Hope, and killed Inquisitor Kisnaros, the one who had demanded Armageddon's cleansing. The conflict became the infamous Months of Shame, with the Inquisition, Grey Knights, and their pet chapter, the Red Hunters, besieging Fenris. In the end, the Imperium couldn't risk a new war with the Wolves while half the galaxy burned. So the whole mess was swept under the rug. But the Wolves never forgave the Inquisition. They still spit on Terra for it.